All right, I think we are now live.
In there? We in there?
Yeah, I
Cool.
think we in. Let me make sure I'm in on my Facebook. Well, I'm not in on my Facebook.
Screen check. Can everybody hear me?
That's
Tick.
it. We in. We in. We in.
Nice.
Cool. Cool. All right. Hey, welcome, everybody. CanBo Greens. We got it going today. Finally, man, been extremely busy.
Happy Tuesday, man.
Hey, happy Tuesday as well, my man. Happy Tuesday as well,
Highly
man.
look blessed and highly favored, my brother.
Ah, the same as you, man. The same as you, man. Man, it's been extremely busy 2 weeks, three
Mm,
weeks, been nonstop, man. Been nonstop. But
yeah.
yeah,
Talk
I'm ready to rock and roll, man.
yeah.
Ready to talk this talk, man. Ready to talk this talk.
What you got? Talk to me.
All right, man. Today, people, we're gonna start by talking and discussing the theme of this of tonight is gonna be that energy. You know what I'm saying? We're finna discuss the energy aspect of everything.
Yeah, specific
Um,
positive energy.
yeah, positive and negative energy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? One of the things I want to really kind of give people a understanding, a clear notion that um without negative, without you gotta have positive and negative. That's the balance of things.
Yin and yang of the thing, huh?
Yeah, yeah, man. It's weird, but I don't think um as humans we can have a unlimited amount of just consistency positive without getting bored, I believe. Um and the reason why I say that is let's break down the basics. The very first source of energy is the sun, right? And the sun is man-made, correct? Well, it's not man-made, but it's godly made. You know what I'm saying? It's in the universe, right?
Okay. Okay.
But the strongest, the biggest uh human energy made is the nuclear energy, correct? And nuclear energy has always been negative. It produces radioactive energy, which is have always been harmful to our bodies. But yet, it's the most biggest, most useful thing that we normally use. Out of all that, nuclear power is the strongest. It's the biggest that we use, that we have created, and it's the worst thing. So think about it. You have one thing that's not man-made, that's positive, and what we do, we make the most negative thing out here, which is nuclear power.
Right. Right. I mean, when you think about it, and I guess on the flip side of what you just said, the solar power, what I mean, that is positive. What I mean, it is free. What I mean, so it is kind of the night and day to the energy,
Correct.
the positive energy, and for some reason, like you said, I mean, we do kind of tend to sway more towards a little bit of negativity. I think it's human nature, what I mean. But at the same time, I think we need that in order to understand how to deal with it and how to get back to a positive place. You know what I mean? Maybe a positive person, 100 and or 365 days or 364. What I mean, and that one day you have a negative day that could set the trip for your whole future, and you don't know how to deal with it. You know what I mean? So yeah, you definitely have to have a good mix of good and bad for sure.
Correct. Correct. Um, and with that, like I said, discussing just the aspect of the basics, we finna now start homing in more into like as humans, energy, the individuality of us, and
Okay, I think we lost my brother, but yeah, he was going into some good stuff. But just until he gets back, you guys understand the power of energy. What I mean, power of positivity, and the power of your mind and being able to control things with your mind. I know it sounds crazy, But when you think about it, thoughts become things. And thoughts are where energy lies, because everything you think about, you put energy towards. So it's extremely important. So definitely, it's important to watch your energy, watch what you're putting out there into the universe. I think we got him back. I think he's back. Is he back?
Yeah, man, I'm back.
All right, let's get it. I try to hold it down a little bit, man. Bro.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, yeah, no
Yeah.
worries.
It's that energy, man. It's that energy. They don't want me to talk. They don't want me to say it. But yeah, man. When it comes to us as people, we gotta think about the root of when we was born, right? We was born pretty much positive, right? We was born as a pure entity. Like for instance, like none of us knew anything about greed, uh, hungry, jealous, um depression, anxiety. None of us knew these things when we was babies, right? Most of this stuff kind of started happening due to the world, from stress, bills, school, expectations, you know what I'm saying? All these different I want to call it frequencies started passing through us and started making us feel a certain way, because as babies we was ignorant to all of that, so it was none of this stuff that was really um I guess what you want to say, that burden on us. We never felt that, and I feel like that's also pieces of energy in the air as well that can kind of it can make or break you if you don't know how to handle it.
True. That's true. Yeah. So with that being said, it goes back to everything, like the frequency of the music that we listen to. The frequency of just our the sounds that we hear going through life. From people honking at you and stuff like that, and then passing their negative energy or whatever the case may be, or vice versa. Simple high. As people are passing. The, and the I guess just the energy that people are given, like you said, just as babies. I think babies, they definitely absorb, whatever energy that they're getting, and then they try to mimic it. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, even when you think about I always tell people the way that you is raised in a household also plays a factor of what type of energy that you lash out with other people. Because you know that saying, like, that hurt people. So
of
if,
course,
if as a baby, when you're growing up as a kid, if you live through a traumatized situation, or you live through a abusive parents or neglect of parents, then that hurt will also link to you. And once it links to you, what happens is when you leave the household and you don't resolve that issue, you link on to other hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's rare. It's very rare. But a lot of cases we don't never gravitate towards a positive energy when we're picking relationships and friendships when we're kids that has been hurt, or we even become teenagers and adults. We don't pick good mates when you're hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is you'll gravitate towards that negative. You won't gravitate towards that positive. And even some cases where we do, there are exceptions to the case. What happens is that hurt, it takes a lot of processing to get over when you're dealing with the opposite energy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, definitely. It takes practice. Just like anything else, it takes control your mind, control how you think about certain things, how you respond to certain things. But
Right.
end of the day, it all comes back to processing and how you choose to process it. Because regardless if you're in a good or bad situation, you'll see people that use it to lash out. Use it to act negatively, but other people use it to motivate them. The NFL or something like that. You always hear them success stories, or or situation and done. So it really depends on each individual person, and their motivation. They're gonna let that steer them. Positive or negative. They're going to absorb whatever energy. know what I mean, that they're attracted to. You know what I
Right.
mean? They're gonna steer away from the energy that they repel. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Yeah. True. True, man. It's crazy, man. People gotta. I have always did some. I always try to read and study um our mental stability and how do we receive information and our perception. And one thing I've learned and understood by studying and observation is if you are a type of person, like for instance, we'll take this prime example. If you're a young man that is only raised by their mother, and you don't really have uh testosterone in your house, or you don't have alpha male in that house, that energy, or you don't have a male figure of energy in around your surroundings on your day-to-day life, what happens is that person will create a subconscious defense mechanism. You see what I'm saying? And what'll happen is when he do get around alpha males, or you know what I'm saying, male like that will give him the game or give him constructive criticism, he naturally will fight that energy because his body, his mental, his spiritual is not used to that type of energy, and your body goes to a self defense without even really knowing it. And what'll happen is, even if they know it, it's like they don't even know how to really control it because it's an unfamiliar energy.
yeah, that's true. That's true. And it just made me think that, well, as we're talking about positive and negative energy, how energy in itself relates to, you know, not just positive and negative, up and down, left, right, good and bad. It all takes energy to put forth, you know, any of those actions. You know what I mean? And so when you're looking at these things, it's like it, it's like how you perceive it. You know what I mean? Is based on your level of understanding. Your level of understanding is based on your level of knowledge. You know what I mean? And so, what action, what energy did you put forth into learning some positive things, learning some things that affect your perspective in a positive way? Because, and for example, you know what I mean, we look at we look at the situation that we're in, and it's a messed up one as far as race, like whatever you say, you know what I mean. But do if we understood that we're queens, we understood of the hierarchy that we've held, you know what I mean. That's the perception that would change the energy, you know what I mean.
Right.
So that's the perception that would change the direction of certain things. So it's really it's I mean, yeah, yeah. Energy and perception. Perception goes back to your level of understanding of certain things. I mean,
Right.
so
Yeah, man. It's we got to start working on that. I feel like we got to become more self aware of what kind of I say best simple I call it pheromones.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? The pheromones and the stuff that we push in the air.
right.
Um, because it matters with a lot. And one of the key points I wanted to bring up is like how does that affect our growth?
Mm,
And one thing I have discussions with and people we gotta really get more into is um are we trying to grow and we trying to grow and fix other people, or we trying to grow and fix ourselves?
mm,
We're doing more of trying to grow and fix other people instead of trying to grow and fix ourselves because our pheromones is attracting other people that is related to our pheromones. So what happens is when you find somebody or you attract somebody, even it could be just friends, because you can't attract your friends by the pheromones that you put in the air. So what happens is when you attract people and these people are just backstabbing, or they are heartless, or they are What's you know what I'm saying? You want to say the word like ratchet,
Yeah.
then you gotta understand. Okay, like what am I pushing out? And if you try to fix those people at the same time, you don't understand what those people are looking at. Because those people also could be looking at you like, hold on, how are you trying to fix me when I see you doing these same things? You know what I'm saying? And people won't take you serious because it's like, okay, well, you telling me to fix this, you telling me to fix that. But when we come over your house, we see how you treat your kids. Or when we come in your house, we see how you disrespect your parents on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like those things play a major factor on even if you're trying to find people and you're trying to fix their negative ways, you might not even have completely fixed your negative ways to even correct and fix them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which and in the day you can't fix nobody, especially a grown up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You only can fix yourself.
And
But
judgment should be, I mean, self judgment should be reserved for self reflection. You know, what I mean, it's not for you to pass judgment on any person because you don't know anyone's full perspective situation. And you know, going back to what I was saying, until you're knowledgeable of all the angles, you know what I mean, you can't fully judge anybody's situation or anything like that. So, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I feel like as we look at other people, we always reflect back on ourselves like, damn, do I do that? You know what I'm saying? When you a ratchet or see something out of character, you're like, damn, am I like that? Or if you
right,
do, you like yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to say nothing to nobody, but you know, I'm like, if that's how I look, you know what I'm saying, I'm definitely gonna straighten up. You know what I mean?
right,
So a lot of times that yeah, we do. Although we shouldn't, you know what I'm saying, we do try to judge people and put our input on other people's lives, but uh, you would have to be in their shoes 24/7 to understand. You know what I'm saying, and be able to answer everything that they go through. You know what I'm saying, and I ain't got time for that. You know what I mean? So I'd rather
yeah,
focus
shit,
on myself. Hmm.
yeah. And so I got a question for you. Give me a time in your life that you were negative and you had to wake yourself up or you recognize that negative energy that you had and how did you overcome it?
Mm. Um, I think, and I posted something like this on my Facebook earlier, just in asking for help in situations. You know what I mean, whenever I'm in a situation, you know, I'm in a bind and I have to ask for help, and I don't receive it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm judging because I don't know where that person is or what's going on in their lives, but I feel like there was a time period first real rental property. I was calling on so you know what I'm saying, just to help me out, man, help me come do this. And nobody came. You know, I ripped that whole house to pieces and put it back together myself. And I couldn't, you know, that probably the most negative, you know what I mean? Because I was like, man, fuck these, you know what I'm saying? Fuck everybody, ain't messing with nobody, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do this. But at the same time, I was like, man, I can't ask anybody to have the goals and ambitions that I have for myself, you know what I mean? I can't ask anybody to see the vision that I see. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I had to change my perspective. You know what I'm saying? I had to change my how I do things, and you know what I mean, at the end of the day, I can't uh, I can't blame anyone. You know what I'm saying, for not helping me, but you know what I'm saying, I was pretty negative about it. So yeah.
Right. Okay. 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 I say when it comes to my negative energy, I would say, matter of fact, I think I had wrote it down. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure I don't want to give another. I want to give the one that I said. When it came to me, I want to say it was the making excuses. I think was my one of my biggest negative energy where I just it's like soon as something happened, it was like I just easily make an excuse for some shit. Be like, oh, boom, 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 this. Oh, it was that. Oh, it was this. Oh, it was that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would quickly just give a reason why instead of just saying, hey, you know what, man, I just fucked up. I need to do better. You know what I'm saying?
you're prideful.
Yeah, yeah, very. And I feel like I think once I acknowledge that, once hell I even wrote it down and looked at it, you know what I'm saying, and claimed that shit, I fixed it. You know what I'm saying? And I think once I start fixing it, the more I got stuff done. You know what I'm saying? I got more stuff done. Um and I think I start seeing life different
Mm.
once I start claiming and looking at the things that and matter of fact, and once I acknowledged that first negative thing, it was easy for me to figure out other little things that I need to work on and I need to fix. And I'm like, you know what, damn, I need to fix this. I need to work on that. I need to do this.
Yeah,
And that helped major too, man. That helped a lot. That definitely helped a lot.
you checked yourself in that moment. You know what I mean? And once you overcome like excuses that you set for yourself, you know,
Yeah.
what I'm saying, those will never be for you again. You know what I mean? Something or obstacle, a mental obstacle. I think back in school, what they call it, when you had self versus self. You know what I'm saying? Moment. You know what I mean? You had a self versus self where you were internal struggle, internal battle. You know what I'm saying? You were creating the excuses for yourself. Nobody was really giving them to you, but you know what I mean? You overcame them. So, you know, you, that negativity with some positive energy. I
Yeah,
like
man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. And I ain't gonna lie, man. Once I established that, man, I felt a whole lot better about shit. You know what I'm saying? I felt a whole lot different. But I'm over here
that.
just playing shit, man, trying to figure shit out. I'll play with that shit later.
I
But
think you know what I'm saying we're constantly going to fall into negativity. We're constantly going to, you know what I'm saying? It's just innate. There's so many different distractions and obstacles in life, period. You know what I'm saying? But the ones that succeed are the ones that figure out a way to overcome excuses, overcome those obstacles, and it's all through positive energy. And, you know, me and my friends, we have a saying, we call it faith walk. You know what I mean? We don't usually, and we call it faith walk when we don't know what that situation holds, but we're gonna walk anyways. Like we're like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna go. Like we
yeah,
used to do it for everything, even ignorant stuff like the club. Like we
yeah,
get in the club free, we get in the club free tonight. You know what I'm saying? We just walk in with that same posture. You know what I'm saying? We straight to walk in straight to the club. But for bigger things, man, like just going out of town and not even knowing like what where you're staying, what you got going on, like you know what I'm saying, how you're gonna make it the next couple of days. You know what I
right,
mean? Always a sense of, you know what I'm saying, let's just keep going. Whatever happens, happens. We're gonna make it through. And
yeah,
usually those usually be the best times. Those usually be the most fun times.
true,
You know what I'm saying? Like when you look back on it, you're like, bro, like we ain't know how things are gonna go, you know, because we stayed positive and kept a positive attitude. Like things really just played, just fell into our life. You know what I'm
right,
saying? I swear to you, that's how it happens every time. You know what I'm saying? I call it God, I call it universe. You know what I'm saying? I call it positive energy and keeping positive mindset. You know what I mean? Because those are all important.
facts, facts, facts. As the collective, when it comes to energy, how do we improve our friendships and our mating practices?
Mm. Are you asking me? Is that a question?
Yeah, that's a question.
I have no idea. But I do have some. No, I do have some ideas about that. I think communication is the biggest key. You know, and you have to keep the line of communications open about every little situation.
Fact,
Um, to be as open as possible. You know what I mean? And I say try because I know it's not always possible, but as you work through different, I think that strengthens relationship. I think just shoot, just interaction. You know what I'm saying? How we interact with each other on a daily basis have to be positive, and we have to interact. You know what I'm saying? We can't avoid each other. We can't you know what I'm saying? We can't walk on eggshells around a thing. Let's talk about it, get through it. You know what I'm saying? Get through it, but let's interact while we're you know what I'm saying? Just trying to figure it out. Let's interact as we would interact. So yeah, I think that's important too.
I feel like the biggest enemy that we have is attitude. Attitude is like the worst negative energy I feel like we consume when it comes to finding mates or just finding friends. Our attitudes can be real nasty. You know what I'm saying?
With ego, you know what I'm saying? Your
Yeah.
ego is ego.
You know what I'm saying? I've noticed that like we're getting into times now to where um it's like you have to really kind of it's like it's kind of draining sometimes to actually develop connections, relationships with people now based off of their attitudes. Some people are very standoffish. They don't really have really good social skills. They really don't know how to accept people based off of their trust issues and their hurt. You know, that whole hurt thing. Because it's like they have that me against the world complex. And I get it. I get it. There's a lot of wrong people out here, but at the same time, what we discussed earlier is what is it inside you that you need to fix then? Because those people that hurt you, that put you in situations that, you know what I'm saying, that stab you in the back, it's something that y'all had in common. You know what I'm saying? That made you gravitate towards that type of person to get those kind of outcomes. You get what I'm saying? Cause it's like I'm gonna keep it all the way real. Even when I've made um like wrong decision of friends or decisions with people or things like that, in the back of my mind I already kind of knew like, yeah, like something just ain't right with this cat. But you know, sometimes I take a chance because I like, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, people gave me a chance. You know what I'm saying? So just off of GP, I'd be like, you know, I give a chance. Even though I feel it, I already know, like, hey, this person ain't good, but I give them a chance. But I give them a chance with a little string where to a point where they ain't gonna burn me completely, but I still give them just a little chance. But like some people will like risk it all. You know what I'm saying? Like some people will risk it all. And it's like the question that the thing is, what put a person, what creates a person a mindset uh of accepting the wrong when you know it's wrong? Like how do we get to those mindset to say, okay, it's bad, but we still gonna try it? Like how we get there? What got us there?
It's
What
shit.
negativity?
Uh, it's a combination of a lot of things. Combination of ignorance, a little
Right,
stupid. You know what I mean? A little risk taking, a little boldness, a little bravery, a little caring, a little fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Probably a lot of fuck it in most cases. You know what I
right,
mean? But when you're dealing with people and you keep people like that, you're enabling them. You know what I mean? You're enabling them and you're weakening yourself. You know what I'm
right,
saying? The whole word enabling, you know what I mean, is to give someone something to lift them up. But you can only do that, you know what I'm saying, again, while draining yourself. And so it's not, I have a saying, and it's PYE, man, protect your energy. You know what I mean? You got to protect your energy. You know what I mean? I think that's the topic of today's conversation. But people will drain your energy, man. Like you can't give your energy away to any and everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because you leave nothing for yourself and nothing for the people that really matter. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Dealing with energy that doesn't serve you any purpose. You know what I'm saying? You have to ask yourself and constantly ask yourself, what purpose is this person fulfilling in my life? How is this person helping me in a positive way? You know what I'm saying? What am I going to do, you know what I'm saying, to be a positive motivating factor in this person's life as well? You know
right.
what I'm saying? So, like, those are things you got to keep in mind. Those are things you got to do, you know? So, yeah.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. I like the thought process on that. I like the thought process. All right, let's buckle down a little bit. We're gonna mix it up a little bit. We're gonna talk about medicine and food, and can it produce positive and bad vibes? You know what I'm saying? Can those things that we digest, could them things give us and produce negative energy, negative vibes, etc., etc.?
Mm. Shoot. All I know, man, when I eat certain foods and it come out stank on the other end,
Yeah,
it's just stank. You know what I'm saying? That food was stank. That means
right,
the energy about that food was stank. I probably shouldn't have ate it. You know what
right.
I mean? That's how I look at it. Again, it's just human nature to be gravitated to those things that, you know what I'm saying, don't are not fulfilling and are negative, you know what I'm saying? But we have to ask ourselves, is that why we act the way that we act? You know what I mean? Because we eat burgers and fries and greasy food and things that clog our arteries all day. You know what I'm saying? Instead of foods and, you know what I'm saying, food that are, you know what I'm saying, just high in protein, high in minerals and things of that sort. You know what I mean? Just I honestly think it's a conspiracy, man. Like they're trying to keep those stuff away from us. You know what I mean, there's so much access to Burger King and chicken nuggets for 50 cents. What you mean to tell me that you processed that in a laboratory, in a factory somewhere, you had it shipped, is cheaper? You mean to tell me that's cheaper than the vegetable that grows for free?
Exactly, exactly. I think my homeboy just went out. But hey, my dude made an excellent point. I'm going to go ahead and break it down. The point that he made was excellent. Oh, there you go. I'm still going to piggyback on what you just said. We got to
Yeah,
understand, as a whole, man, we are being had. We are definitely being had. We got to get, I always call this food stupid food. Fast food ain't nothing but stupid food. It literally slows down your brain. It literally, when they say sluggish, that's exactly what happens when you digest and you try to break down all this processed food. It slows your heart, it slows everything down. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? We gotta stop letting this type of food um be our day-to-day meals. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, man, like that's why I've talked to you about the whole mating thing. When it comes to mating, you gotta find something like somebody in the household gotta know how to cook. Two people in the household, when you are mating, somebody gotta know how to cook in the house. That's why, like in my household, my wife know how to cook on the inside, and I know how to do the grilling on the outside. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Good combination. If the power go down, I'm out there in the grill. You know what I'm saying? So, because you can't do these relationship based on looks, and the lady can't cook, or the dude don't know how to cook. Like everybody got to be able to know how to produce and provide and make their own food. Not only just cook their own food and make it, but also understand how to plant and grow their own food.
right.
These things are so important. Because we're getting lazy, and it's like we have digressed to what I talked about earlier, nuclear power. Guess what's the biggest radioactive thing that we use? Fucking microwave. We use the microwave. The worst thing to use. That the microwave literally kills all the nutrients that's in the food that you eat. So you literally eating dead cells. And we wonder why the council is so high. We wonder why the numbers are increasing every day. Because we using the microwave all the time. We gotta stop being lazy and take the time to chop, cook, season. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need to do, take the time to make your meals. I get it. We got life going on. You know, we got jobs, we got businesses, we got kids, we got animals. You know, we got all these things. I get it. But guess what? If you dead, you just none of that matters. You know what I'm saying? None of that matters if you dead. You know what I'm saying? So we got to take the time to make our food right. Take the time, even grocery shopping. You know what I'm saying? Grocery shopping should not be. Grocery shopping needs to be the most, like, probably one of the most serious things that you need to do. Like, it needs to be serious. And what I mean by serious is when you go to the grocery store or anywhere, you need to be reading the ingredients. You need to be reading the shit that you buy. You need to be understanding what's in this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Understanding what you put inside. And I get it. A lot of people say this, hey, everything is bad, this and this and that. And this is true. A lot of stuff is bad, but you can't minimize the flaws. Because guess what? It's just like that when you marry somebody or you date somebody. The person you meet, of course, the person ain't perfect, but you do want to find somebody that you can tolerate. You do want to find somebody that you can deal with. You do want to find somebody that's going to be less destructive than the next person. You know what I'm saying? You want to minimize the fuckery. And that's the same thing how you should treat your food and everything else. You might not be able to find the perfect food, the perfect meal in the store, but you need to find and minimize the perfect situations to where it's going to help you not self-destruct. If you know you got cholesterol issues, find shit that's going to minimize and help your cholesterol. If you know you're close to being a diabetic, then you need to really start staying on top of that shit. If you know you're close to having a heart attack or anything, if you like, another thing I think I talked about a couple weeks ago, if you're feeding your sons too much soy, you need to slow that shit down. If you're feeding your daughters too much testosterone, you need to slow that shit down. Like, we gotta start paying attention. Stop giving our kids so much damn junk food. If not, none. You know what I'm saying? We gotta eliminate that. We gotta stay on the bananas, the mangoes. You know what I'm saying? Fruits. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should be the treat, not an Oreo damn cookie. You know what I'm saying? So, especially kids, their brains are so moldable. So it's like, why can't we mold them right? And then if they want to have vices when you get older, then cool, have a vice. You know what I'm saying? I had told somebody a couple days ago, I was like, about, you know what I'm saying, just smoking and stuff like that. I was like, wait till you about 25 or 26, because that's when your brain is fully developed. Because I ain't started smoking, doing that until I was like, after I was 25. I had after I was 25. So none of that stuff really, I never really dealt with none of that stuff until I had gotten older and wiser, and my brain was there, and I was more focused on things. I understood a lot of things. But it's like when we're kids and we were young, we need to be putting in and installing positive energy. Because guess what? That's what is in your food. It's the energy, it's the stuff that makes us go. It helps us with our thinking process. It helps us in our working, being productive in the world. And this is what we're talking about when it comes to the energy game.
That's facts.
Yeah, man.
Watch the junk food, eat healthy food, exercise, keep a positive outlook on life. All that plays into health and wealth. I mean, all that plays into your health factor. I mean,
Oh
so
yeah. Oh
definitely got to
yeah.
all the above for sure.
Yeah. What do you feel about like detoxing, fasting, things like that? Does that help with the with toxic, and when I mean by toxic, like toxic relationships, toxic mindset? Does detoxing, fasting, does that also help with the other things that happens on the outside of you?
I would say so. I mean, detaching yourself from anything for a period of time could only give you again perspective. You know what I mean on the hold that it may have had on you at one time. So yeah, I would definitely say, what I mean, just keeping a positive outlook is something that you got to keep in the forefront of your mind.
Yeah. Cool, cool. Yeah, man. One thing I've noticed, and like I said, I think I touched it earlier with our hormones. Our hormones can make us aggressive. Our hormones can make us rageful. If it's especially when it comes to the imbalance with stress and things like that, where like you don't understand, like stress can come from food. You know what I'm saying? Stress can come from food.
Definitely.
It can make you depressed, and it can do a lot of other things. Uh,
Archer, what I
huh?
mean, makes you sluggish. It makes you unresponsive. It makes you, and it affects a lot. What I mean, if you say you eat a big 3 pounder steak today, what I mean, that pretty much affected you're stuck with the itis. What I mean, because you're in a food coma. What I mean, that just sent you in a whole new direction. What I mean, based off the food that you just what I mean, so let's opposed to have eaten, what I'm saying, something a lot lighter, a lot healthier, what I mean, that would have sparked a little bit more positive energy in you, what I mean, so you could go out and be more productive, so.
Do you believe that while you when you practicing healthier consumptions of energy, food, nutrients, properly taking care of yourself, does that have any correlation to your social skills, your work habits, your way that you kind of like raise your kids and things like that? Do you think any of that correlates to how you are communicating with society?
I think so, and it's a complex question and answer, what I mean, just because, I mean, as far as your food, how you get your food, how you prepare your food, all that, what I'm saying, has a story behind it. The story, what I mean, for example, if you're just coming from work and you're rushing and you just stop at the fast food place, what I mean, and just gave the kid whatever was on the menu, what I'm saying, that's probably an indication of how you communicate and how you handle your relationship with your kids and other people. It's really fast and rushed. What I'm saying, it's not something that you take time and are attentive to, as opposed to someone who cooks at home and you get to have a nice little conversation over dinner over and what I'm saying, the food smells good, what I'm saying, makes you feel good, what I'm saying, y'all eat good, and what I'm saying, that stimulates something else, what I'm saying, that
Yeah,
leads to something else. You feel me?
yeah, I feel you.
Gotta understand, like, how you communicate. That's all. That's a part of communication. It's not verbal, what I'm saying, but it's your communication as well. It's how much thought you put into, what I'm saying, the what you eat, how much thought you put into the sugar count or the cholesterol count or something like that, or even if you look at that at all, what I'm saying. That's how you're communicating to your kids or to the people that you're feeding, and even to yourself, that you care about what you're putting into your body. You know what I'm saying? and that again it trickles down and it correlates to how you communicate with society as well, and so on and so forth. So
Hey, I'm digging everything you just said, brother. I mean, you said a lot of things that I was thinking. You hit a lot of things nail on the head, man. You hit a lot on the head, man.
yeah,
Um, that whole correlation when it comes to how you communicate with your kids, the verbal and the non-verbal. We gotta focus on when you have those incentives. For some reason, I don't know how we got there, but we made food an incentive.
yeah.
Like, hey, you did good. Let me take you to McDonald's. Or hey, let me get you some ice cream. Like, why is food an incentive? Food should be just used for survival. Food is to use when you need it, when you're hungry, and then you use it, it digests, you work it, and you good. We
Uh,
made food a prize.
you know what? Because the corporation and the marketing, they made it so. You know what I mean? I don't know if you remember manipulation that people talked about back in the day about sugar and cocaine. You know what I mean? How sugar was more addictive than cocaine. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
They put coke. You know what I'm saying? But but now they just dump a whole bunch of sugar, which is just as good. You know what I
right,
mean? Just naturally, we're attracted to sugar. We're attracted to the grease that McDonald's puts in their fries for some reason. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? But is they just make it appealing to us. So you know what I mean? When we can't have, those are the things we kind of crave. You know what I'm saying? We crave these things. You know what I'm saying? So like when you're like, oh, I can't have it or don't have it, it's a good tool to use against somebody. You know what I'm saying? Or it will be a tool, especially with kids because they just don't know how to control themselves. So
true,
yeah,
true.
that's really what that comes down to. But you know what I mean? It really, again, it goes back to your knowledge base and what you know. As you get older, you know what I'm saying? I think you're more self-conscious about the things that you put into your body. You know what I mean? So you start looking at the labels, you can actually read the labels. You know the importance of what this food, what that food. When you're a kid, you don't really realize like, oh man, this whole bunch of sugar, and you know what I'm saying. As a kid, it doesn't affect you as it does as an adult. You know what I'm saying. But the habits do. The habits that you carry on. You know what I'm saying. As far as how you eat those sugary things over time, they'll start to deteriorate your body. You know what I'm saying. They'll start to take a toll. So
Facts,
yeah. So
facts.
it is like good parenting. It's good. Any mentor should tell you to eat good food. You know what I'm saying? Should feed you good food, and that's how you know the people that care about you. And then going back to what you said, the people that you need to keep in your life. Bang bang.
Yeah, yeah, man. Uh, parenting. That's why I was like, man, parenting is so important. Uh, parenting, not friendship, and that's where we kind of mess up sometimes, cause we try to like be friends slash parents instead of parents. You know what I'm saying? Like you should not try to be friends with your kids, cause like you said, when it comes to how you communicate with them, it's how they associate what you're saying versus what they friends say. Because when you become friends with them and they have friends and they friends are talking a bunch of fuckery and you be friend and then you try not to be friend and you be parent and you say something, they're gonna look at you sideways. You know what I'm saying? Cause see, they done lost the association that they already had you in the friend zone to where now you want to be parent. They're not gonna take it serious. They gonna take it as if you're trying to control them, which you are. But guess what? If you would have been in the direction of guiding them from the beginning, then all they're gonna think is, oh, he or she's just being themselves. That's how my mom is, or that's how my dad is. They mean well. But if you are sometimey, then it's gonna be a problem. Cause they don't understand where that came from, because you always are associated with how their friends are. You know what I'm saying? The goal is, hey, you know the saying, like when it comes to dating a woman, what you start, you always gotta stay that way. If you meet a woman and you're all about that money, you got to keep that energy up always. If you're about putting your foot down, being firm, you gotta keep that energy always. And that's the same way when it comes to kids. You can't never let your feet off the gas when it comes to raising them properly, when it comes to how they eat and uh how they use food. Because we're misusing food so much. And we gotta get out of that. Using food as a celebration or a gift, and it's not.
That's facts. Shoot, I feel like you're going to parent. You're going to give what you know, what you receive. You know what I'm saying? You could only give someone based on your level of understanding. You know what I'm saying? So I always think that, and again, this is from a point of just understanding that you know what I'm saying, your kids meet you where you're at in life. You know what I mean? They meet you right where you are, not where you plan to be, not where you're at 5 years ago, not where you're. They meet you exactly where you're at. So if you're at life with your bad eating habits are overtaking your whole life, that's what your kids are going to do. You know what I'm saying? But as you grow, I would hope that you would change those eating habits and do the same for your kids, and they will learn as well. That's right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? As you learn, but really, really, it's like you're only going to give your kids, you know what I'm saying, what you have to offer. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, physically, everything. So
Facts. Facts.
yeah, so it's important, man, to encourage just seeking knowledge. You know what I'm saying? In whatever form or fashion that you choose to do that, whether it be in good books, in good classes that teach good podcasts, like in good classes that teach you positive things, eating habits, maybe a fitness people, maybe those are the friends that you need to hang out with. You know what I'm saying? You need to find a positive outlet, you know what I'm saying, for all the negativity that enters, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. All right. Well, I'm gonna
But
do my closing, and I'm gonna give you and do your closing.
okay.
Um, my closing statement is like this: We, as a collective, I always want to say it like that because I'm not going to single out man or woman, but us as a collective, we gotta start focusing on. We're not just in the movement. We're just not doing shit day to day. We're not. We gotta stop being idling and just in the wind or going with the flow. Understand, going with the flow is not what it is. Idling is not what it is. Everything is happening, and it's happening not just in a micro spectrum, but everything is also happening in a nano spectrum and a micro spectrum and a macro. So we gotta look at all different sides of wavelengths of how this stuff, how we're moving. And the thing is, we hate reality, so we're trying to not think that this shit is not really happening, or we can stay in our own fantasy and block out reality, and you can't. No matter how much you try to dissociate reality from fantasy, and then we try to distance ourselves from reality and get closer to fantasy, we gotta understand we still gonna have reality to deal with at the end of the day. It could be 3 years from now, it could be 10 years from now, but you got to deal with reality. You either go deal with it at the hospital, or you go deal with it at the morgue, or you're gonna deal with it at the courthouse, wherever you're gonna have to deal with that reality then. So we gotta focus on our actions. We gotta focus on how we transfer energy. We gotta focus on how we receive energy. And we gotta focus on when people are trying to suck energy from us. So we need to stay aware, pay attention, and just live our day to day the way we're supposed to, with intelligence, with understanding, and with love. And that's my closing point.
Nice, nice. Okay, well, let me close it out, man. I just keep it short and sweet. I'm not one to mince words, but I will say this. Like I tell my daughter, you always have a choice between good and evil, good and bad. Choose good. And that's why it's important that we are teaching them that. You know what I'm saying? It's important that we're talking to our kids about, what I'm saying, having a positive attitude, because they're prone to negativity just off of their lack of maturity. You know what I'm saying? Just off the lack of understanding. So just the fact that us being older, we know better, so we have to do better. You know what I'm saying? In order to do better, educate yourself, get around positive people, get out negative situations, protect your, because all
Right.
that is important. Okay, all that is important towards you being able to survive out here. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're on at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Is survival. You know what I mean? As you're dealing with different situations, whether it be COVID, whether it be just these streets, you know what I mean? Whether it be in corporate America, you know what I'm saying? You have to keep a positive outlook, you know what I'm saying? Or else you'll get devoured, you know what I'm saying? That's just the long and short of it. You know what I'm saying? Your mindset will devour you, or people that recognize your weakness, your weak mind will devour you. You know what I mean? So you definitely got to watch how you're moving out here. You know what I mean? So that's it for me, man. That's it for me. Just read positive books, Think and Grow Rich. You know what I mean? Read The Secret. Watch it on YouTube. Those are things that just talk about how to control your mind, catch bad thoughts as you have them, what I mean, and change the channel, because as you can realize, as you can imagine, just like any other television channel, you know what I'm saying, like whether it be Animal Planet or the Weather Channel, they all have a certain focus, you know what I mean? So if your channel is set on something negative, that's all you're going to receive, you know what I'm saying? That's the only vision that you're going to enter. So you got to change the channel. As soon as you recognize negativity is setting into your mindset, you have to catch it, and you have to destroy it, and you have to think positive thoughts. And positive things will come to you. So that's it.
Hey, that's it. Hey, wish everybody a blessed night. Like I said, we got more shows coming up. Just stay tuned, man. I appreciate you, my brother, for tuning on and chopping
Work,
it up with me.
catch him while you can. He's out here. He's man's always working. He's about to beat Charlemagne.
Man, I'm trying, man. I'm trying, brother. I'm trying. I'm out here. I'm out here night and day.
That's one, man. You have a blessing. We'll chop it up another time, bro.
May we'll do. Peace and love, everybody.
All right now.
Later.